Our new anti-vaccine activist, Secretary of Health and Human Services, RFK Jr., is out with a new announcement that he is changing the COVID-19 vaccination recommendations for pregnant women and healthy children, stating that the COVID vaccine will no longer be recommended by the CDC. And I'm going to play his announcement, which he posted to Twitter here in a moment. But first, I want to remind you of what RFK said just 6 months ago, before he was officially confirmed and trying to convince us all that he wasn't planning on ruining our lives.
You have been a crusader on questioning vaccines. Are there specific vaccines that you would seek to take off the market?
Oh, I'm not going to take away anybody's vaccines. I've never been anti-vaccine.
You will not take any vaccine that is currently on the market.
If vaccines are working for somebody, I'm not going to take them away. People ought to have a choice, and that choice ought to be informed by the best information. So I'm going to make sure the scientific safety studies and efficacies are out there, and people can make individual assessments about whether that product is going to be good for them.
I'm not going to take away anybody's vaccines, he said. Brace yourselves for this unexpected news, guys. RFK Jr. is a liar. Who knew? You heard his promise 6 months ago. Now let's hear his announcement today.
Hi, everybody. I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr., your HHS Secretary, and I'm here today with NIH Director Dr. Jay Bhattacharya and FDA Commissioner Dr. Marty Makary. I couldn't be more pleased to announce that as of today, the COVID vaccine for healthy children and healthy pregnant women has been removed from the CDC recommended immunization schedule. Last year, the Biden administration urged healthy children to get yet another COVID shot despite the lack of any clinical data to support the repeat booster strategy in children.
That ends today. It's common sense and it's good science.
There's no evidence healthy kids need it today, and most countries have stopped recommending it for children.
We're now one step closer to realizing President Trump's promise to make America healthy again.
Produced by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
All right, so we got strong Ron Burgundy vibes in that video. It's just science. And the thing is, there's no point in inquiring about the science he's citing there because it does not matter. RFK Jr. is a lifelong anti-vaccine activist. He's made millions of dollars from this work. For all of the pretend concern RFK has over conflicts of interest, this clown made almost $1 million in 2023 from referral fees for a law firm where he refers clients who want to sue the HPV vaccine manufacturer Merck. The same HPV vaccine that RFK says causes cancer. It most definitely does not. It actually prevents cervical cancer and has been a critical tool in decreasing rates of cancer. So someone might say, so what? He's removing vaccines from the recommended schedule. You still have the choice to get it. Well, it depends on what you mean by choice, because with this announcement, with this action, insurance companies may no longer cover the cost of vaccines if they aren't recommended. Much like abortion bans that claim exceptions to save the life of the mother, this may also cause some doctors and nurses to feel uncertain about whether they're allowed to give a vaccine to someone who wants it when it is no longer recommended. It only serves to create chaos, confusion, and restriction on a vaccine that should be freely available to everyone who wants it. And I have to note here this interesting piece of the puzzle I read in Stat News, which is doing fantastic work. Highly recommend that you support them with your views, clicks, and subscriptions. Quote, Rice, a law professor at UC Law San Francisco, noted that in the New England Journal of Medicine article last week announcing a new approach to use of COVID booster shots, Makary and Prasad, who oversees the FDA's Center for Biologics Evaluation and Research, listed pregnancy as one of the medical conditions that warrants COVID vaccination. Marty Makary was one of the men standing next to RFK while he made this announcement. The FDA commissioner, who we talked about yesterday on the show, leading the investigation into the safety of the abortion pill mifepristone. Why is he saying pregnancy is a medical condition that warrants COVID vaccination, while then standing next to RFK saying science supports removing it from the recommended schedule? These people are sick. And I have to say, for all of the rage that I feel toward RFK Jr., I also feel that rage for Republican Senator Bill Cassidy, who during RFK's confirmation hearing was the deciding vote to move his nomination forward and out of committee. Bill is a doctor and claimed that he struggled with RFK's nomination, going so far as to give a speech defending his vote to advance RFK's nomination back in February. And if you haven't seen that, I want to refresh your memory.
So as I looked how to resolve this, I returned to where I began. Would it be possible to have Mr. Kennedy collaborate in helping public health agencies re-earn the trust of the American people? Now, regarding vaccines, Mr. Kennedy has been insistent that he just wants good science and to ensure safety. But on this topic, the science is good. The science is credible. Vaccines save lives. They are safe. They do not cause autism. There are multiple studies that show this. They are a crucial part of our nation's public health response. But as someone who's discussed immunizations with thousands of people, I do recognize that many mothers need reassurance that the vaccine their child is receiving is necessary, effective, and most of all, safe. While I'm aligned with Mr. Kennedy as regards ultra-processed food, reforming NIH, and taking on chronic disease, once more, it leaves vaccines. Now, Mr. Kennedy and the administration reached out seeking to reassure me regarding their commitment to protecting the public health benefit of vaccination. To this end, Mr. Kennedy and the administration committed that he and I would have an unprecedentedly close collaborative working relationship if he is confirmed. We will meet or speak multiple times a month. This collaboration will allow us to work well together and therefore to be more effective.
So Bill's plan to protect us from RFK was to babysit him. Yeah. How's that working, Bill? He says vaccines are safe. They save lives. They do not cause autism. They're a crucial part of our nation's public health response. The people, they need to be reassured, he says. Is that what RFK has agreed to say and do in your babysitting sessions? This is maddening because even Republicans knew what was at stake here. I don't know what's to come as far as the accessibility of life-saving vaccines, and I'm frankly fearful, but we need to keep the conversation directly on the cause and source of the damage to come, and that is the Republican Party, Donald Trump, and certainly RFK Jr.
After researching, writing, refining, The Echo Machine, my book, is finally out. This is not just a book about how American politics got so broken. It's also about what's happening right now and what we can still do to stop things from getting worse. Trump's been back in power. The results have been even more catastrophic than many feared, with targeting of political opponents and gutting democratic institutions, laying the groundwork to even further consolidate power. But the thing is that none of this is inevitable. The same forces that brought us here can be countered if we understand how they work and what to do about them. And that's what the Echo Machine is all about. Some say that without corporate media backing, books like this can't succeed. I think we can prove them wrong. You can get the Echo Machine right now at davidpakman.com/echo on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Audible, Kindle, or by calling any local bookstore and asking them to order it. This book is more important than ever. If you care about what happens next, and I do, check out The Echo Machine today at davidpakman.com/echo.